Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I am going to be doing yet again another foundation review. Now this one isn't quite as new as the last one I just did on the Makeup Revolution one. There have already been videos out and reviews on it, but I want to try it out for myself because different reviewers, different people have very different skin. So for my skin type, I have sensitive skin and I have a combination skin. So it can be really dry in parts. It can get really oily, especially around in my T-zone throughout the day. But it's also really sensitive. So I have to be careful on what I put on my face. Just to give you guys that kind of reference up front, that's the kind of skin I'm working with on here, and I am going to be trying out the ColourPop No Filter Foundation, and I'm going to be trying out their No Filter Concealer, as you can see right here, but wait, there's more. Oh, sorry, that was corny. But no, really, I am also going to be using the No Filter Setting Powder in the translucent shade. So I'm just going to be doing it with a beauty blender, and then I'm going to try it with a round brush as well to see. Now, this usually doesn't give me as much coverage, but it's a much quicker application. But I'm going to go ahead and stop talking, except for to remind you guys to subscribe before I get further into this video, just so you don't forget at the end. Because if you're like me, you'll begin to do it, you'll start watching the video, and then you'll forget, and then it won't happen, and then you miss out on future videos, and we wouldn't want that. So make sure you subscribe, but without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the makeup. Okay, so as I am blending this out, yes, it's a little bit too dark, which is funny because the other one was a little bit too bright. But I'm terrible at color matching. We all know this. So I can again kind of clean that up with some concealer and line it up a bit. But so far, it's looking really good with the blender. I'm really liking the way it looks. It has great coverage and it's not caking up. It doesn't give me texture. It isn't really emphasizing any, pores or anything like that. So far I really like it with the beauty blender. So now I'm going to go in and directly apply some more on my brush here and just go in to the left side of my face. So as I am kind of like staring at myself, analyzing this makeup in the mirror, I'm actually really surprised to find out that right off the bat, there's not a huge difference between the two. Normally when you use a sponge, you get more coverage, but you use up more makeup because it soaks in. And with the brush, you get a little bit more of a natural finish, and it kind of just doesn't give you as full of coverage. But I'm noticing that the coverage is pretty dang similar. It's maybe a hair less on the brush side, but not noticeable enough at all. So if you're somebody who's like, no, I need a foundation that works with a brush, this might be a great foundation. It is looking really nice on my skin. Again, I know it's a little bit dark, but we're going to move on from that. But it looks really nice. It's not looking cakey at all. It just looks really pretty and kind of very just soft. It gives you like a soft look overall. So I'm happy with that so far. So now I'm going to go in with the No Filter Concealer here. Just in case you guys haven't seen it yet, I'm sure you have seen this yet, but I'm going to show you either way. This is what the applicator looks like. So it just looks like a traditional, almost like a lip gloss applicator. Just going to apply this underneath my eyes, my nose, and my forehead. Again, this I'm just using a little bit more than I normally would because the foundation is so extra dark. I really want to lighten everything up. And I'm not even going to worry about the brush because it's too big of a brush for the smaller spaces. I'm just going to go with the beauty blender and blend it out. So far, as I'm blending this out, I will say that I think it's really pretty darn full coverage It is completely like covering any redness I had left on my cheeks, and it's covering my dark circles like crazy. So yeah, it's pretty darn full coverage, and it is blending really easily and really nicely. I don't know if that is just because it's working with this particular foundation. Obviously, this is the first impressions part of this video, but I'm like really liking this collection, and it did a great job of lining up my skin from the slightly too dark foundation. Now I'm going to go in with the setting powder first. By the way, before I forget, I am in shade Light 75, where this is the shade Light 75 in the foundation, and for the concealer I am using shade Light 14, and I am using the translucent, yes, the translucent powder. I believe they had 2 other colors in the powder. I'm not sure how many colors they have in the entire collection for the foundation. I know it's quite a bit from watching reviews myself, because admittedly I have watched a few reviews myself before doing this, but I'm still gonna, again, give you guys my opinion on how it works with my skin, not influenced by those. So I'm just gonna put some in here. And by the way, the powder does not have a scent to it. If you are like me and can be like really sensitive to smells, especially those really potent, strong floral smells, this does not have a scent to it. I really like that personally, but I'm going to go ahead and hop off camera and finish up the rest of my makeup off camera, let you know, again, my final first impressions are of all 3 products, and just like I normally do with my foundation reviews and product reviews in that sense, I will come back in a few hours and give you guys an update as far as like how it wore throughout the day, and I went along my normal activities. So it is about 1:15 right now. Man, I am consistent with my Where It Does videos. The last one was around 1 too, but it's about 1:15 right now. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my makeup, like I said, and I'll be right back, and then we'll move on. Okay, so the rest of the face is on. Everything seemed to go on smoothly. The powder really definitely helped everything set in. So far I like the way it turned out, and I'm really excited to see how it wears throughout the day, because I think it's looking really nice thus far. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop off camera. I'm going to go through my rest of my day, do a bunch of different things, run some errands, and then I will be back in a few hours to check in with you guys. And I'm back. So it is about 6:30 in the evening right now. So this is, my makeup's been on about 5.5 hours or so, and I'm digging it. I'm really digging it. I think I like this actually better than I like the Makeup Revolution one, just because granted it's been 2.5 hours less than I did have the prior makeup on, because I did 8 hours for that one. It's only been 5.5, but I will say, yeah, it hasn't like dissolved around my nose. I have had some snacks throughout the day, and it hasn't even really worn around my mouth as much. It looks really good. It still looks really flawless. It doesn't look cakey. I mean, maybe like right in the tippy corner of my nose there, but it doesn't really look bad at all. It really looks like I've had it on for maybe an hour. So yeah, I agree with the reviews I've seen so far, even with my skin type where I can get pretty oily in my T-zone, but the rest of my face can still be really pretty dry. I agree that this is a great foundation. I think I'm gonna have to get one maybe a smidge lighter in color until I can tan up a little bit, but here we are heading into winter, so who knows how that's gonna go. But I do really like this foundation, and I think it's a great option. I think it's a great choice. And again, the concealer worked really nice, and so the powder, but I'm just really impressed by that foundation. First and foremost, I think that was kind of the star of this show, even though all of the products were really great. So that's all I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you subscribe before you go, of course, so you don't miss out on anything else coming up. But thank you for watching either way, and until I can get any more videos out for you guys, as always, I hope you have a wonderful day.